Whenever you have a group, I don't care if it's 3, 5, 2, always focus on gun safety. Always, when you're going to a range or a place to practice, always just make sure your gun is unloaded.
Yes, sir.
And in your mind, every gun out here is loaded.
It's loaded, right.
Any gun you touch is always a
always
loaded.
treated like a loaded
You
weapon.
always treat every gun as a loaded gun.
See,
Most people just don't know how to hold a gun.
Right, right.
Okay? You hold a gun with security. This is my gun. Ain't nobody taking my gun from me.
Right.
You know, you never point a gun to anybody unless you plan to shoot. Right. You never put your finger in the trigger guard unless you plan to shoot. Yeah. See, I got my fingers on the outside of that gun right there. So people talk about accidental shooting. If that finger's on the outside right there, okay, you never put the finger in there unless you're pointing and aiming to shoot.
Yes, sir.
Gun is always point down and away from. If your range is down, the gun is always. First of all, no gun should be out behind the range.
Right.
Nobody should be handling a gun when someone's down
there.
shooting.
Right.
All guns need to be laying on the table or secured in the holster.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Unloaded. Unloaded. But you hold that gun with authority. This is my gun. Ain't nobody taking my gun away from me. So you need to back up. Okay. You need to stand down. Don't come any closer. This is my gun. You're not taking my gun away from me. Okay.
Yes, sir.
You guys, the ones that don't have it, if you want to grab you one. I'm going to go over a few things, and I think it'll answer a lot of your questions. And then we'll go into a couple more things you want to do. But you see on the top of this page right here, and this is the same guidelines rules we go by, okay, in addition to what the sheriff has. Number 1 at the bottom under additional specific rules, you can read the other one, everybody knows. It's like he said, treat every firearm as it's loaded, okay? Now, I'm going to extend on that a little bit. If me and you are out here shooting out here in the backyard, and I hand you my weapon, to go secure it, what are you going to do?
Well, before you hand me the weapon, I'm going to make sure it's clear and safe.
Oh, I'm going to do that, but what are you going to do when I hand it to you?
I'm going to check it again.
Check it again, that's exactly right. Okay. Now, if the sheriff hands me a gun, and no disrespect to the sheriff, I'm going to check it again because that's what we're supposed to do. Yes, and he's going to do the same if I hand him one.
Yes,
we just safety behind each other. That's what we need to be doing. It says here, never pass another person a firearm or accept another person's firearm until they reach the cylinder or the chamber's clear, okay? What me and you just talked about.
Yep.
And I'm not going to go over all these because you know we don't have the time to do it. But I brought you them for them to have. So if you want them to have, and I have some extras if you want to give them to somebody, they're yours to keep.
We'll use these too.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll hand those out as well.
And if you need more, just let the sheriff know, and I'll be glad to print you some more.
Okay.
It's not a problem at all. Now the safety rules on the target. I want to reiterate what he said. When you point that firearm at your target, not only do you have to point it at your target and be ready, you also have to know what's behind it. Okay?
Behind the target.
You're responsible for where that round lands. Okay? Like we tell everybody when we go to calls, if you're shooting at a target, walk behind that target, walk down beyond it, make sure there's nothing beyond it because they will go through it.
Yeah.
Okay? And like I said before, the neighbor's yard over there, if you accidentally hit him or hit somebody, that's your round. Okay? That's what you got to hold.
Yeah.
Okay? And a lot of people don't understand that. And the other thing is, when you shoot up in the air like they do on 4th of July,
they come down.
and I have to tell them, guys, that's got to come down. The law of gravity don't accept that to stay up there.
It ain't going to go out in space.
It's got to come down. And he'll say the same thing. We answer calls all the time, but property damage and even people getting hit.
Right.
So that's just a no-go. And I know y'all know better, but we need to make sure we tell everybody else that don't know.
That's why we glad y'all here today.
And like I said, I've been around him all my life. He's known me ever since I was born. So. Literally, he has. He was there when I was born. So, and I've been around firearms. I'm a firearms instructor for the sheriff's office on our Glocks. So, I can tell you a little bit about it. I'm not a firearms instructor yet, but I hope one day I will be. Positively identify your target if you need to threaten one. I mean, if the threat comes about, make sure it's your target you intend to shoot at. Always make sure you're behind what your target, what you're shooting at. Never shoot at a hard surface of water. Okay. A lot of people say, let's go shoot that frozen pond.
No.
You don't go in it. It skips it.
Okay?
Yep. Same with water. If you shoot at dense water, even in a straight down shot, it ricochets. It don't go in it like people think it does. Like these movies, it don't work like that.
Yeah, I was in the Navy. We did a lot of shooting at sea.
Yeah, it don't work like this. You can actually see it skip across.
Yeah, you can see it bounce. Like, it skip like a rock.
So, and a lot of people are like, oh, I thought it went in. No, it don't work like that.
And water slows down bullets pretty
Now,
quick.
and another thing, you see people shooting glass bottles, hanging targets on trees. That oak tree right there, them maple trees, not as hard as you think they are. They'll send it back to you and hit you. Okay. Wow. So if you're out shooting with somebody, say, hold up, let's set up some kind of target apparatus that holds it or either sends it down in an embankment somewhere in dirt instead of a tree because it will come back and hit you. And another thing while we're talking about that, guys, for these shotguns, handguns, rifles, anything that you shoot, the lead in it will get on your hand. Always. And he tells us every year, wash your hands before you go eat or drink anything, because that's lead poison. Okay? They tell us every year in ongoing in-service training that wash your hands, because even 3 to 4 rounds will give you enough lead to poison your system.
Wow.
Okay? Because and even these composite bullets that they got out now, these, I can't remember the other name of it, just come out with them, they all got powder in them, which gives you that lead poison. It ain't just lead, it's the powder.
Residue from the car.
So it's a lot of things to consider that a lot of us, we just go ahead and shoot, we don't think about. Now I'm gonna hit on this a little bit, because I know he said that a while ago. So he said the firearms in the house. A lot of people use different things. It's more what you're comfortable with, okay? What you're able to control and able to shoot. It ain't always, I'm gonna use this 454 Kazoo to get him because I'm gonna take him and the refrigerator out when I shoot him. No, it ain't about all that. It's just handling the threat and then doing what you need to do.
Right.
Some people like to use shotguns. Some people like to use handguns. I've had some that even use swords. I got my sword standing out, so okay, that's better you than me. But
my daddy got a machete.
yeah. But when you come in there with a firearm, make sure the threat is real. Okay.
Yes, sir.
That's the main thing I can hit on. The last thing you want to do is take somebody's life.
Right.
Last thing any of us want to do.
Right.
But you're there to protect you. You're there to protect your family. Okay. Now, having said that, shotgun, in my opinion, is the world's best for home defense. Okay, this is my opinion. Everybody's got an opinion. I'm proficient in handguns, shotguns, rifles, and everything, because that's what I have to do as being a former SWAT team member.
Yes, sir.
But a shotgun, you don't have to precisionally aim to what you need to do.
Right, you can just point.
Okay. You know, we've had several shootings in the back in the past where home defense, then that's mainly what was used as a shotgun when they left teenagers at home and stuff like that defended their home. It's worked pretty well. Of course, if you miss, it scares them enough that they don't want to come back.
They don't want to come back. Yeah, they're gonna.
So
like
versus a little 22 or 25, and a lot of people carry that, but don't get it wrong. Sheriff and I've answered a lot of calls where that's killed just as many people as a larger caliber round.
22s will do somebody in.
Let's go over a little bit about safety in the house, guys. I don't know how y'all feel about it. How many of y'all in here keep your weapon loaded in the house? Any of y'all? You keep your ammunition near the weapon in the house?
Yeah.
Okay, but out of the weapon?
Yeah.
Nice way to do it. If you get a chance, get what they call a biosafe. This is what I recommend, and what I do it is I lay my hand on it at night if I need it, and it automatically pops out to my demographics. It won't go to you, it'll just go to me. And the only down part about that is if you burn your finger, you gotta use your key to open it and get another one.
Oh man.
But it's a biosafe, it's just for your fingerprint.
Right.
Okay, and they run $59, $60 at Walmart, Amazon, stuff like that.
Right.
But it's secure. I've got a grandchild that's 2 and 3, and of course, 2 or 3-year-olds, they won't look at everything.
They explore.
But I went in there and he can't get in. He can push all the buttons he wants to,
It ain't
but
gonna
it
do
ain't gonna
nothing.
open. I recommend that for safety because I've got one, and I get choked up in a heartbeat. And me and the sheriff have been to more than enough children death calls for firearms.
It was actually a recent one in Henderson, like a few months ago, where it was a child.
Now that one I don't remember.
We've had 2 that we
Young
charged.
lady?
By the advanced camp within the last 2 years.
Accidental.
Yeah, and it's a sad situation, but you know.
Poor decision making.
Yeah.
Poor
And
decision making.
it's the parents and the siblings' responsibility to make things like this. Now, I will say this, and some people agree with me, some don't. Once they get old enough, I ain't talking about when they're toddlers. Once they get old enough, teach them what that weapon will do.
First thing I want everybody to do is hold the gun. Where you gun at?
I'm waiting
Yeah, I
on
got you one here.
Give
Okay.
her a gun. Give her a gun.
See, I knew you were gonna need mine. All right. Clear?
Yes.
Okay. There you go.
Keep it down, Jimmy. Keep it down. Yeah, hold it down. Right finger.
Your strong hand, which is right or left. Everybody right-handed?
Yes.
Yeah. I want you to hold the gun with authority. Like he told you, your finger outside the guard. Hold that gun with authority. I want you to have it down, point down, gun point down. All right. I want you to bring your gun straight up. Does anybody know where the line of sight is? Does everybody know where the line of sight is? Line of sight starts right here and ends right here. There should be daylight on both sides. Should be daylight on both sides. That little thing is the sight at the end of your gun. See right here? When you look at this right here, there should be daylight on both sides. Okay? All right. Everybody bring the gun to the right side. Right side.
There you go.
All right, you got somebody approaching you with a knife in the hand. What are you gonna do?
Hold.
Hold. You come up with your weapon. Hold. Back up. Back up. You always give a demand if possible. Now I'm not telling somebody that got a gun to go to cracking off and you got to do what you got to do. But you always try to get somebody out. You don't want to never kill nobody. Right. I don't. I've been in 41 years and I pray to God I never have to. Right. But you always try to get somebody out. Okay? You hold your gun, point it down range. Everybody point the gun down range. Back up. Stop. Get your line of sight. You remember what I tell you? Your line of sight. Right. Okay? And don't, Lieutenant and the military man tell you, don't throw your gun. Okay? Y'all know what I mean when I say throw your gun? Like this. Don't throw your gun. The projectile's gonna leave your gun and go to your target. Don't throw your gun. We have more people throw their gun. Once you got that locked position, you keep that stance and pull the trigger easy. Squeeze. Don't jerk. Because if you jerk, the gun gonna go to the left or to the right. You're not gonna be able to aim. You're gonna lose your aim. Okay? All right. Gun on your right side. Threat, man with a knife. Back up. Back up. Stop. Back up. Get your stance. Do not move. Get your stance. Put it down. That's it. Well, put a cap. All right. My lamb's going to secure your weapon. Go ahead, secure. Y'all go ahead and secure your weapon back on the table. I was not going to try in the house, close quarters. Most people think that good shot, or that perfect shot is 30 feet. It's not. You need to practice 15 feet or less. If you can ever shoot anybody, I'm pretty God we never have to. It can always be in and out of your car, someone trying to rob you, or someone in your house close quarters within the length of a bedroom or a kitchen. 15 feet or less. So if you do, you're going to shoot 20, 30, or 50 rounds, 15 feet or less. Forget the headshot. Right. Center mask. Center mask. Center mask. Don't try to be an expert. Oh yeah, I shot that dude in the head. You're trying to get that perfect shot. So forget that headshot. Center mask. That's what they teach us in military. Center mask. Okay? 15 feet or less. Clearing the room. If you come home and your door's open and you get out of the car, you're going to say, I got to clear my house. Last thing you want to do is go through the house like this. Okay? Right. Your gun right here on your body. Right here, so you can pick it up. You can pick it up. Your gun out here, somebody going to take it away from you. Right. Your gun goes to your body. Okay? Clearing your house. So remember that. It's a lot of things you can learn from prior military people, law enforcement, and anything we can do at Vance County Sheriff Office. Myself, Lieutenant Sharon on my team, will be glad to help you out.
Now remember too, and like the sheriff says, and we have to remember to do it too. If you have to shoot somebody, the threat is over. Once the threat is over, you need to render aid. Okay?
Try to help them.
I know they broke in your house. I know a lot of things going through your mind. I know you're mad. But as a good person, good God-fearing Christian, you need to render aid. Okay? Yes, sir.
Show how to carry a shotgun.
Okay.
Port up, down.
Remember, that's most important, even in us in our training. When we engage the threat, whether it be a school shooter, whether it be somebody at the mall, whether it be, we have to remember our obligation. Once the threat is over, we have to render aid to that person. Okay? That is important. Specifically, if it goes to a court, you can say, I tried to save the man's life after I did what I had to do. But that just shows you're a good person, okay, and doing what you need to do. Now, some of y'all, what I asked a while ago, the shotgun. There again, make sure it's unloaded. Make sure it's unloaded. Pump shotgun, you have to use that to undo it. Semi-automatic, you have to chamber it to the rear and lock it to the rear. Okay, and a pump action, once you put it ass to the rear. High port on, okay? When we walking back to the range, from firing our line of fire, we're walking at high point, okay? The chamber's open. Chamber's not in it. We're walking at high point. You don't want to see this. You don't want to see this. You don't want to see this. I've had them do it like this. You don't want to see none of that, okay? You want a high point. Finger outside the trigger well. Remember what the sheriff said. Never put your finger on the trigger until you intend to shoot. No way. Shotgun, rifle, handgun, bazooka, whatever. Finger outside the trigger wheel. Okay? Always like this, high force. Okay? Now, if you're in a position, the only other position that's authorized to carry is port arms. Okay?
What that's called, you said?
Me and him, we always carry this port arms.
Port arms.
You know. But high port or port arms, muzzle still pointed up. Okay? But none of this.
Right.
Okay? You'll see people out there, and we see people out on the range all the time. Man, I don't want to do this no more. Okay, that ain't good.
You're right.
And if the sheriff will tell you, and I've done it before, if somebody's on my line doing it, you leave him. The sheriff just had to send you back to another day if he don't fire you.
That's right. Oh yeah.
So,
you play around on the gun range.
So, and the sheriff will tell you, I've come back and said, I took his weapon. You can send him home or you can fire him. I don't care. But none of this. When you get on that range, and if we come out that day to shoot, you'll hear me say it several times. Firing line's hot. You need to act like you got some sense.
Yeah, you got to jump to it.
And I'll give you the shirt off my back, but when you're out there, we all need to go home just like we got there.
Right.
Okay? That's the main goal. We leave the same way we got there. Anybody got any questions? Same with that shotgun, same with this. Same with any of them. Okay? Always make sure it's unloaded.
For people who live in rural communities like this, and they want to go out in the backyard and shoot, what should they be doing?
Like he said, know what's behind your target. Your neighbor's house may be closer than what you think. Their children may be riding ATVs along the path that you may not know about. There might be a pond just right on the other side of that hill that you not know about. So inspect where you're shooting at and make sure it's a safe place to target practice. And like I said, the place I have, it is a safe place to target practice. I know what's on the other side of the field on the wood line because I allow deer hunters to go out there. Just know, like Lieutenant said, know what's behind that target that you're shooting at.
Let me follow that up. Matter of fact, I live here, and I've got neighbors, no one close, but oftentimes I hear these shootings.
Yes.
I'm talking about big guns. These ain't no little bitty guns. I'm talking about boom, boom. Yeah. I mean, what are my rights as a landowner relative to folks shooting in the proximity of my home?
Unfortunately, in North Carolina, unless they were in a subdivision and shooting within 10, 15 feet next to your house, or in the public, going armed to deter the public, there's no laws or county ordinance to prohibit them from doing so.
Because these guns, boy, sometimes.
Trust me. Sound like cannons.
Yeah, sound like cannons.
And if I make sure, if I want to add one thing, when he said, when you're shooting out here like this, if you can, shoot into an embankment.
Down.
Or don't be shooting up, or if you can,
So to go
not do
ground.
it, don't shoot flat. Shoot down into an embankment, or if you're shooting flat, make sure you got some kind of stop behind that, just in case.
Right.
A lot of times we'll get shots fired calls in areas, and the sheriff will tell you, and I tell all the newer guys,
That's what's right.
you get a
My
call,
grandkids be out
respond
here
to
in
the
the yard running
Right,
around and hit
you
these
never
big
know.
guns.
and a lot of
Saying
people shoot in the
as
backyard.
strong as them things, I know
But
that.
my job is to make sure you're safe in doing it. And most of the time I go out there and say, you need to do this, and this different. And then, thank you, I didn't know that. Majority of them are really nice.
Good.
But like I said, the whole thing in a nutshell is you're responsible for where that round lands, just like us, we are. So the last thing you want to do is target practice and just have an enjoyable day and then hit someone that you did not mean to hit.
Right.
And it has happened,
Right.
more than you know. But other than that, you're doing fine.
Well, as we conclude this session, first we need to thank the sheriff and Lieutenant Sheriff for this very, very instructive gun safety session. The goal is to try to help us better handle weapons only for the protection of our person and our property. Sheriff, we also would like to have you give any message to our community regarding how we can encourage these young people to put the guns down. I mean, we're doing the gun safety instructive piece only to try to encourage our young people to put the guns down and find another way to resolve any conflict or issues they may think they have in the community. Any word or message you would like to give?
First of all, the Vance County Sheriff Office, which is I am Sheriff, we're not trying to infringe on people's amendment rights and taking their weapons. I believe in the right to bear arms and protection of one another. But those weapons need to be in the proper care of someone who's capable and trained and with the knowledge and skills to possess and use of a firearm. And if you own a firearm, and if you don't have that ability and want to be taught how to do that, reach out to your local police or sheriff office, and we'll be more than happy to do what we're doing today with any group, organizations, or individuals in Vance County to ensure the safety of the citizens in our Vance County, and these young people who are buying these guns, and especially these young ladies. It's called straw purchases. They're buying guns for men and women who have felony convictions, who cannot lawfully purchase them themselves, and they're breaking federal laws by buying these guns, and they can be in jeopardy of going to prison themselves, and being incarcerated. So ladies and even gentlemen, stop buying guns for other people. If a person's not qualified to have a gun, they should not be in possession of a gun. So let's practice safety. Let's practice safety and ownership. Let's practice safety in our homes, so these weapons can be out of reach of our children, so they won't get hurt, harm, or killed, or shoot some other child. Because y'all know Curious George, a child will pick up something and not knowing what kind of danger they will have in their hand. But again, thank you for allowing us to come out here.
Oh, thank you.
And and whenever you want to get together, want to come out to the farm, just let me know.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Yes.
Thank you,
Thank y'all.
Lieutenant.
Yes, sir, boss. Anytime, sir.
You were
Anytime.
excellent.
Thank
You
you,
were
sir.
absolutely
Thank you, sir.
excellent.